In this video, we're going to be looking at how you convert an area written as a product into an area written as a sum with algebra tiles. Now, we're going to be looking at the dimensions of the rectangle of those algebra tiles, and then really writing it as a sum of those tiles. So it's the dimensions and then the sum of the entire rectangle. So we're going to look at two examples in this video. First example is going to be x plus 3 times 2x plus 1. Now, this is already written as a product, right? So you have these parentheses here right next to each other, so we know that this is x plus 3 times the quantity 2x plus 1. So we already have the area as a product, and these are the dimensions. So how we use algebra tiles is to take a look at this piece of paper, which is what we call kind of a t-square, and we're going to try to write out what x plus 3 times 2x plus 1 is. Now how you do that is you want to take x plus 3 and put it down this side of the dimension, and 2x plus 1 and put it across the top. So I'm going to take an x tile, which is the blue one, and 3 ones, so that's x plus 3 down here. So that's the dimension, right? So the length of that rectangle on this side is going to be x plus 3. And then up top, I'm going to put 2x plus 1. So I need 2 x's, 1, 2, and then a 1. So now I have my dimensions of the rectangle. So what you do in order to convert this into a sum is to take this x plus 3 times 2x plus 1 and fill in the rectangle. So when we fill it in, we have an x by x length. So the only thing that can go there is an x squared would go in that spot. And another x squared would go here because those dimensions have to line up. You'll be tempted to put 1s here, but remember that dimension is going to be a 1 length by a length of x. So there has to be an x that goes in that spot. And down here as well, since you have 3 1s, you need to put 3 x's across the bottom and another 3 x's across the bottom. And now you can fill in with 1s the rest of the way because this is a length of 1 and this is a length of 1, so a 1 tile has to go in there. So we fill in and looks like we need 3 1s. Now we've created our rectangle. Now what we wrote at the top of the t-square are just the dimensions for that x plus 3 times 2x plus 1. Right, so we don't really, these on the dimensions are not a part of the rectangle. That's a key part of using your algebra tiles. Right, they're not actually part of your rectangle that you're using, they're just the dimensions themselves. So what I want you to do is on your paper, you'll be expected to sketch this. So I'm going to sketch this, so you have 1x squared and 2x squared with a x tile next to it. And then you have 3 x's on the bottom of each. So to the best of your ability, sketch out those x's. So that means that there's 6 of them down here. And then there's these 3 1s, so I'm going to draw my little 1 tiles. So our dimensions are this x plus 3 by 2 x's, 1, 2, plus 1. So that's how you use your algebra tiles. So now to finish, we take a look at the area of the sum and then an area as a product, and we write that out. So the product is essentially, the product's given to you already. That's the x plus 3, that's the problem that was given, times 2x plus 1, there are the dimensions. And then you have the inside, looks like I have 2x squared, combining like terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's, so plus 7x, you have to write that x there, and then 1, 2, 3 1s, so plus 3. And that would be how you set up that problem, so plus 3. So area as a product times the area as a sum. Real quick, I'm going to do 2x plus 5 as well. So as I set up 2x plus 5, I'm going to have 2 x's down this left side here, and then I need 1x plus 5 1s on the top. So as I put those in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you have your dimensions of 2x and x plus 5, and then you fill that in again. So it has to be an x by x length, which is an x squared, and another x squared for this. And again, you need to have those dimensions line up. So I can't put a 1 here because it doesn't match up with that x side, and so you have to put a bunch of x's all laying through here. and this is how we would fill in your area of this particular algebra tile rectangle. I need one more X. Here it is. Now it's complete. So this, again, these dimensions are not a part of it. These dimensions are not a part of it. This is what we'd sketch. So as we sketch that, you have 2 X's, and then 5 X's here, 2X squareds, excuse me, and then 5 X's, and another 5 X's. And so your dimensions of this are 2 X's, 1, 2, and then an X plus 5 across the side. So as we write out the area as a product and area as a sum, again, the product is what the initial problem was. So 2X times X plus 5 is the area as a product. Area as a sum looks like I have 2X squareds now. So 2X squared and 10 X's plus 10 X's. So that's the goal, to convert a product into a sum, no matter how it's written out. And so taking a look at how this multiplication is important for us moving forward, please make sure to write both the product and the sum. Thank you.